Alright, this is Calabos, and we are playing whatever this is. Minecraft. Specifically, it is Skybees. And I am about to throw down for a mob spawner. Now, previous to... I don't even remember which version it is. 116 maybe? I know in 112 it's possible. Half slabs would stop light, so they were fairly useful as far as making mob spawners. Now I have the understanding that they are directional as far as stopping light, so maybe from the top, but not from the sides. Which makes more sense, physics-wise, but can be vastly inconvenient as far as, making spawners in Skyblocks. So we will be making a one of the, it's not necessarily a new style of spawner, but it's one that works. I just need a lot of resources for it. I would definitely prefer for the base to be made out of stone. Because I'm going to be honest here, I really have no idea what kind of mobs spawn in this yet. And it would be just my luck to have something flamey. So I guess you get to watch me make pebbles for a second. I would pause, but I don't want to like do too much off camera. Now I did finish the platform, but I mean that's basically me growing trees, planting trees and stuff like that. So you don't have to watch all of that. If somebody says that I'm showing too much or too little of kind of the grindier things, then we'll work with it from there, but my plan is basically going to be to show as much of all of my production as I can, so that you guys can see step by step for sure how I'm doing things, rather than like I have a thing and I talk about it and then we pause and mysteriously everything is built and you're like, what just happened here? you know because I've seen that. I've gone to YouTube videos and Let's Plays, and they're all like, today I did this thing, and I'm like, great, that's the thing that I want to know how to do. And then they kind of vaguely describe what they're doing, and then there's a cut or a pause or whatever, and it's finished, and they're like, it's done, it works great, I love it. And I'm like, what did you do? So I'm trying to avoid that. There definitely have been a number of videos where I have done things and people have been most pleased about actually getting to see the work that I've done, and they've come up with questions, and I've been able to help them do the things that they want to do. Um, like, was it the Thaumcraft pipes? Um, I set up a fairly neat system for that. I mean, there's a wireless version, but um, I feel that my system worked fairly well as well. And it definitely helped me work out what the... is Thaumcraft even in here? No. I understand that with all the versions that Thaumcraft hasn't necessarily been keeping up. And we don't have anti-barrels, do we? Nope. Oh, you know what would be really fancy? And I think that I saw this stick. Crafting table on a stick. Advanced crafting stick. What does that do? Saves inventory. Oh, I want that. Okay, we can. I must be accidentally hitting the show recipes arrow. That is really annoying. Sweet. So now we can carry a crafting table around with us. You'll notice that I have moved this crafting table because I was like moving stuff underneath. So that we can make sure that all of the trim is solid all the way around. Oh, let's I do want to try and get into Astral Sorcery as quickly as possible. Uh, One of the things that annoys me most about Astral Sorcery is all of the really late game stuff that you get in Astral Sorcery is stuff that would benefit you not immediately, like, um, but if you had begun being able to collect the benefits immediately, like faster mining, more health, flying, running faster, exciting things like that. It's all super late game to get, but oh, hold on. Sorry, allergies. It's fun. Um, but the stuff that you really need to be doing with it is stuff that you know, like all of your early game stuff would augment it fairly well. So let's pick a direction here. Which direction is this? This direction is east, south, north. So I think this is the center of our platform. So let us do north here. And so we know this is 13. Um, let's get a little bit more furnacey. And so that's going to do that. Let's get our sieve going as well. Let's run over here for some string. And we're going to need a mesh. So for the moment, we're just going to have one. So if we sieve leaves, so sieving dirt's going to be a thing because we're going to want a bunch of seeds. Any leaves? Waterlogged sieve. What's the... It must be a sieve that's in water. Interesting. So dust sieves us for bone meal and gunpowder. So I'm not necessarily convinced that we need to be sieving for dust yet. So we don't actually have chisels. Chisels and bits is a terrible mod. I hate it. So I will not be doing anything with it. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So that's 25 from center. Now odds are we're going to be wandering around kind of aimlessly everywhere around the base. So let's go another 5 blocks. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then from here, that's fine, I guess. So we'll start our mob farm right about there. So right off the bat, it doesn't have to be very big, and we're going to be able to expand it. So I'm going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll say 6 to either side. Mark the ends. Oh, I started off making the wrong kind. Sort. Yeah, it started off making the wrong kind. I mean, we're just going to have this platform and widen it. So originally I was going to have a thing based on here and then build up and whatever, but it actually needs to be a square. And so the center is going to be a 3x3 square. We'll base it here. So 1, 2. And then it needs to go up. Kind of a foreshortened mushroom, as it were. Ah, the excitement of early game Minecraft. What can you do, right? Let's do that. Let's get another furnace going. So later on, I'm hoping that I'll be able to use some of these for crafting. But we're certainly going to see how all of that works out. Oh man, my inventory is going to turn into a disaster here. Let's go put the string back. Okay, so now we have a reasonable amount to almost get started with. So we want this platform raised. So the question is, can I do... Oh, sweet, we've got cobblestone bricks too. Oops. Okay, so 1, 2. So this is so we can kill things without necessarily running into quite as many issues. Okay, we're going to need to light this up. Let's go get some more. X. All right. From here, this will let us attack things. Now we just need to go up and out. So we specifically want this high enough that stuff isn't going to be falling back down. I'm going to go ahead and make it one higher than this so that we are not having as much light come in the bottom either. And then from here, the secret weapon. Oh, we're a little bit short. I know, right? So the trick is, as far as I'm aware, still a thing, mobs see trapdoors as solid blocks. So by putting trapdoors down, we can get the mobs to walk over things that they wouldn't necessarily walk, so normally they're not going to like fall down unless they see you. But by putting trapdoors up there, we make everything fall down regardless of whether it wants to or not. And 8 trapdoors is plenty. So it's got cork in here, so we should actually just be able to use trapdoors as ladders, I think. Okay. That looks terrible. Oh, we definitely want that on the top. Perfect. All right, so now that we have this, we build this out a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is primarily where we're going to want mobs to spawn. I'd like to make mine 3 wide, so we're going to have to go all the way around again. And then once more for the exterior wall. We are going to need to we are going to need to stop to make more stone. I'll probably collect more stone between episodes because, I mean, you guys have seen me do that today, even this episode. And the amount we're going to need is kind of ridiculous. But this will be well worth it. Okay, so this is going to be our primary spawning platform. Now, if I don't want spiders, I do, but in case I didn't want them, what I would do is this. I would place so I would place these half slabs like this to break up the area so that spiders wouldn't spawn. And I would just go all the way around like that. And that would keep spiders from spawning. But since I do want spiders because I don't know how prevalent how much I'm gonna need spider eyes, we're just gonna not worry about it. One benefit of the trapdoors is once they fall down, spiders will not be able to climb back up, and we should just be able to uh, kill them fairly easily. But this seems like a good spot to end it. I am going to have to spend about 15 minutes probably collecting enough pebbles to finish that. Another option is a cobble gen, but I don't want to do the cobble gen just yet because I'd like to do that on camera. And then we'll set up a dirt gen too, but both of those are going to need iron. So, cobble gen. Yeah, so we're going to need buckets for each. I have no promise that we're going to get the buckets back, so we're going to need a fairly good source of iron before we start rolling this out. And once that's up, we're going to start getting some bone meal. Bone meal is going to get us into some of the early Botania stuff and getting us into lava production. If I can get my hands on some mushrooms, mushrooms would be a great source of food. We'll probably have to go to the Nether for those. No, we should be able to get them from spores. So we'll look into that as well. But mushrooms are a thing that we definitely want. So, which means we're going to have to set up some sort of cool dirt thing, which means, again, comes back to iron. But we'll get there. We're just going to bootstrap ourselves up, and then everything will be cool. So I'd like to thank everybody for coming. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Let's go ahead and sleep so we don't get phantoms. If you did, leave me a like. If you didn't, don't. Questions, comments, concerns, they all go below. And you folks have a great night.